everyone. Hey,
It is so good
get
to
started.
see you. I know. Thank you everyone for joining. This is Folk and Palate Live. Tonight, Elena Davis is joining us, Mama Mia Manja, and I am so grateful for her to join me tonight on this live. She has a food blog, of course, if you all don't know. She posts amazing foods and most importantly, stories on IG Live and on Instagram. And I just love reading her stories. I feel like I have come to know her family, Sardinia, her place of birth, Bountiful, Utah, the place that she lives now. And she just has a way of pulling everyone into her life and her family and the food, of course. So we are going to just get started, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, sounds good. So, do we want to tell everybody what you're cooking tonight, or should we just kind of start talking a little bit? You can let me.
Yes, let's do it. I'm going to be making lasagna. So actually, in Italy, the pasta is called lasagna, and the dish is called pasta al forno, which means pasta forno oven. So that's what we're making. I'm making a vegetarian version with spinach and fresh ricotta.
Yes, sounds wonderful. So we are going to watch you do this, and kind of while Elena is cooking over there, we're just going to chat. I mean, it's really that simple. We're just going to have a fun conversation. We're going to start off. She was born in Sardinia, as you all now know, if you didn't already. So Elena, tell me what that transition was like. You moved when you were about 7 years old. And you moved to Utah. What was that like for you?
So I remember being in first grade, sitting, I remember the exact classroom, and the first day that I went, I didn't speak one word of English. I knew no one. And I was assigned a friend, like when there's a new person in school, to take you around and show you the bathroom and whatever. And I was assigned a friend, and this friend is still one of my best friends to this day. But to say the least, I was terrified. So it was, you're 7, just sitting there, not knowing what anybody's saying. But kids are resilient and they adapt, and that's kind of what I did.
Right.
Just quickly, I have fresh ricotta.
Yep.
And all of this is on my blog. I'm posting the pictures tomorrow on Instagram, but the recipe is up on Mama Mia Manja already. I'm just adding 1 egg, some nutmeg, which is a little Italian secret. Hi, Michelle. And some spinach. And I'm going to mix all that up. That's what I'm doing while you're going to be talking.
Got it. Sounds wonderful. Yes, I love nutmeg. You know what, Elena? I actually add nutmeg to my Alfredo when I make it.
Well, there you go. You're part Italian.
Uh-oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I sure do. So we are just, I have so many fun things. Where are we going with this? So you came here, you moved to Bountiful, Utah. How were you able to kind of stay connected to those ties? So I know that you would travel back home quite a bit because most of your family was there. But like, how did your mom and your dad kind of like keep you rooted in the time that you weren't back in Sardinia?
Okay, so my parents, who we came to the United States for their job, actually. They're geneticists. So they had an opportunity to come here, and we were only supposed to stay for 2 years, but here we are still.
Right.
And we actually moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. And it's just really close to Bountiful. And we spoke mainly, that was my nutmeg, Italian and French, actually, in the home.
Okay.
And my mom, we talked to my family every week in Italy, my cousins, usually on the weekends, always on the weekends, actually. And then I went and lived there every summer. Even when my mom was working, she would send me there to live with my relatives. And it was one of the best things that she could have ever given me, because since she worked full time in this, and I was out of school in the summer, instead of just putting me in day camps or daycare or whatever, I just went there.
Right. And you were just able to just hold on to that and build so many memories while you were there with your family. Tell me just about that time there. And it's like I said, I feel like I know you a little bit because of your stories. Your stories just bring the reader in. So I feel like I know your Nona and your Nono and your uncle and this and all of the stories. So like when you were able to go there, I know that before you mentioned you always kind of felt torn between your American life and, oh, is that the spinach going in
Yep,
our?
now the spinach is going in. This has just been, I like to saute in olive oil, fresh spinach,
Okay.
but you can also steam it if you'd rather
Okay.
not add any extra oil, but I just find that it really adds a lot of flavor. And then next I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna add some torn fresh basil and some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano.
And with your spinach, Elena, you can use frozen or fresh. It does not matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, perfect. So I know when you were talking before, just about you're feeling torn a little bit between your American life and your Italian life. How do you kind of, why do you feel that way?
Well, it's funny because when I'm in America, everyone calls me the Italian girl, right? So many of you on Instagram who follow me, it's like I'm all things Italian, right? And then, which I am, and then I go to Italy and all my friends are like, oh, the American girl. And I just always felt torn. And there's this song in Italian that my aunt would always sing to me, and it's called Tu vuoi far l'americano. And it's just a funny song about an Italian who wants to be an American. And it's kind of a funny song, but anyway, so yeah, I just always felt like